Hi, future teacher, and welcome to our Elementary Education K-6 Subtest 4 mini practice test. Check your readiness for test day before watching this video by taking the free practice test using the link in the description below. Are you ready? Let's get started. A pencil box contains 13 red pencils and 8 blue pencils. If there are 4 identical boxes in a crate, how many of each color pencil are in the crate? The problem shown best assesses students' understanding of which property: A. Associative, B. Commutative, C. Distributive, D. Identity. I will be giving you a few seconds to answer before I show the correct answer, or you can pause the video if you need more time. The correct answer is C. Distributive. Students can use the expression 13 plus 8 to model a crate that contains 13 and 8 pencils, respectively. The expression 4 parenthesis 13 plus 8 parenthesis models the identical crates of pencils, so the student will need to understand the distributive property to determine the numbers of different color pencils. Next, to help third grade students understand the concept of multiplication, which of the following activities would be most effective? A. Providing students with blank multiplication tables to fill out with manipulatives to help. B. Reading a story about multiplication as a read aloud. C. Having students draw geometric shapes with a compass. D. Putting students in pairs with multiplication flashcards and asking each other the problem and answer. The correct answer for this question is letter A. To help third grade students understand the concept of multiplication, the most effective activity would be to provide math manipulatives such as small cubes and allowing the students to complete their multiplication table. Next question. During a 4th grade lesson on triangles, 2 students are discussing the relationship between the base and height of a triangle. Student P takes a triangular piece of paper and cuts it vertically from the apex to the base, forming 2 right triangles. Student P then rearranges these 2 right triangles to form a rectangle. This activity can be used to introduce which formula regarding the area of a triangle? A. Area equals base times height. B. Area equals 0.5 times base times height. C. Area equals base plus height. D. Area equals 2 times base plus height. The correct answer for this question is B. When student P cuts the triangle and rearranges the 2 right triangles to form a rectangle, the base of the triangle becomes the base of the rectangle, and half the height of the rectangle is the height of the triangle. Given that the area of a rectangle is base times height, the area of the original triangle is half of this, since it's half of the rectangle. Therefore, the area of the triangle is represented as area equals 0.5 times base times height. Here's the next. In a 3rd grade lesson focused on fractions, Mrs. Martinez wants to ensure her students understand the concept of equivalent fractions. Which of the following activities is most effective in helping 3rd grade students identify and work with equivalent fractions? A. Requiring students to memorize the list of equivalent fractions for a quiz. B. Using fraction tiles to let students visually compare different fractions and find equivalencies. C. Watching the teacher demonstrate how classroom objects, like 2 students' shoes, are equivalent. D. Giving students a worksheet with multiple choice questions, where they select the larger of 2 fractions. The correct answer is option B. While all the options involve fractions, using fraction tiles, which is option B, directly addresses the concept of equivalent fractions in a tangible and visual way. This method allows students to physically manipulate and compare fractions, leading to a deeper understanding of equivalency.
Oh hey, future teacher, if you are finding this free mini practice test helpful, click the link in the description below to get instant access to the full-length version.
Yep, that's right. Anyways, here is the next question. 3/4 of a smartphone's memory is used. 1/6 of the used memory is videos. What fraction of the smartphone's total memory contains videos? A. 1/12. B. 1/8. C. 1/24. D. 1/18. The correct answer is option B. To find out what fraction of the smartphone's memory contains videos, you multiply the fraction of the memory that is used 3/4 by the fraction of the used memory that is videos 1/6. This gives 3/4 times 1/6 is equal to 1/8. So 1/8 of the smartphone's total memory contains videos. 6th, a car rental company charges $30 per day for renting a car and an additional 20 cents per mile driven. If a customer rents a car for 5 days and drives a total of 400 miles, how much will they be charged? A. $200. B. $220. C. $230. D. $250. The correct answer is C. $230. To calculate the total cost, you need to consider both the daily rate and the mileage charge. The daily rate for 5 days is 5 times $30 is equal to $150. The mileage charge for 400 miles at 20 cents per mile is 400 times 20 cents is equal to $80. Now add these two amounts together. $150 plus $80 equals $230. Here's the next one. An aquarium is shaped like a triangular prism, with its triangular base measuring 6 centimeters across and 4 centimeters high. The prism's length, depth, is 18 centimeters. What is the volume of the aquarium in cubic centimeters? A. 216. B. 432. C. 144. D. 648. The correct answer is 216. The volume of a triangular prism is found by multiplying the area of the triangular base, 1/2 times 6 times 4 equals 12, by the length of the prism, 18, giving 12 times 18 equals 216 cubic centimeters. All right, moving on. 2 pieces of wood are placed end to end. Their lengths are 6 feet 9 inches and 5 feet 3 inches. What is the total length of the 2 pieces of wood? A. 11 feet 11 inches. B. 12 feet. C. 12 feet 1 inch. D. 11 feet 2 inches. The correct answer is B. 12 feet. To find the total length of the 2 pieces of wood, you can add their lengths. Remember that there are 12 inches in a foot, so we need to carry over when the total inches exceed 12, adding the feet separately. 6 feet plus 5 feet equals 11. Now adding the inches, 9 inches plus 3 inches equals 12 inches. Since 12 inches is equivalent to 1 foot, we add 1 foot to the feet we calculated. 11 feet plus 1 foot equals 12 feet. So the total length of the 2 pieces of wood is 12 feet. Second to the last question. A rectangle XYZW has an area of 48 centimeters squared. If one side of the rectangle measures 6 centimeters, what is its perimeter? A. 18 centimeters. B. 24 centimeters. C. 30 centimeters. D. 28 centimeters. The correct answer is D. 28 centimeters. To find the perimeter of a rectangle, you need to know both the length and the width. Given the area and the height, you can find the length. Area equals length times width. Given that the area is 48 square units and the height is 6 centimeters, 48 equals length times 6. To find the length, divide both sides by 6. Length equals 48 divided by 6 equals 8 centimeters. Now that we know the height, 6 centimeters, and the length, 8 centimeters, we can calculate the perimeter using the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter equals 2 times length plus width. Perimeter equals 2 times 8 centimeters plus 6 centimeters. Perimeter equals 2 times 14 centimeters. Perimeter equals 28 centimeters. And for our last question, the range of scores on a math quiz for 21 students starts at 45 and ends at 95. If only one student receives the median score of 72, how many students scored higher than the median? A. 9, B. 10, C. 11, D. 12. The correct answer is letter B. 10. The median score divides the data into 2 equal halves. In this case, there are 21 students, so the median is the 11th score when the scores are arranged in ascending order. This leaves 10 students with scores higher than the median. Want the full version of our online, timed elementary education K-6 60 practice test? Click the link in the description below, or visit us at teacherpreps.com.